we live?
I don't know. I think we're live, but nothing's happening on my thing here.
Well,
so
it is delayed.
It is delayed, but not by like 5 minutes. So we'll see what happens.
Whew. That was fun, wasn't it?
The fun hasn't ended, I don't think. Because right now I see a blank screen. There. Okay. I think we might be.
Can you hear us? Can you see us?
I don't think anybody's there. Oh, there. Hey, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley.
Hello. Welcome. It's early. We're early. My hat's crooked. Lots of technical difficulties today. You can, okay. Does the audio sound good? Because sometimes our microphone gets a little, but hopefully that's not the case here.
Yeah, and I know we're a little bit early, but we had some technical difficulties, so we just jumped on in.
Okay. You know what? Well.
What?
How are we going to do? Let's see. I'm going to see if I can figure out a way because I have those questions as images.
Oh.
We're going to see if we can finagle that. I don't have the answers on here, so that'll be fun.
Tanya is on, says that we can be heard and seen, so we are good to go.
Excellent. All right. Hello, everybody.
We got this.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. So normally we would be broadcasting to you from the Tampa Bay area in Florida, but we are visiting my family, and so we are in literally the middle of Missouri, and there's no... You have to bounce the internet off of a cow, and then a chicken's got to fly with a wire. We can't use StreamYard because, hey, Meg and Dan, because StreamYard is just too much for the internet here. So last minute, we just went directly to YouTube. So if you're watching this, if you found us, congratulations, good job, thank you.
This is like our third post trying to get this up there. I think we're working.
All of our special effects, and by special effects, I mean we were going to have a couple videos, Helping Hands for Cruising video and logo. We were going to have...
We have the QR code.
The QR code on there for PayPal.
We're doing some trivia.
We have some trivia questions. All that's gone. So it's just going to be us. We're still going to ask the trivia questions, and we're still going to hopefully have somebody... I know we've got some people in some of our wrenches, but I don't think any of our Helping Hands for Cruising peeps are in there.
Well, there's some. It says Ashley's going on it too.
Perfectly. Okay.
So we've got some people on there.
So there we go. Meg's got it.
Thank you, Meg.
Meg is on top of it. So look, we still have technically 4 minutes until we are supposed to be starting.
I didn't study for my cruise creature either.
Well, that's okay. That's all right.
We'll wing it.
Yeah, which is a good way to think about it. Yes. So fun. Okay.
How's everyone out there? Enjoying the Cruise-a-thon?
Yeah, if you are here and you're not aware, there is a Cruise-a-thon going on this weekend. It started last night at 6 p.m. Eastern. It's going all the way through 6 p.m. tomorrow Eastern. And it is basically the reason we're doing this right now, and the reason everybody is doing this throughout this weekend, is because we are trying to raise money for a really cool cause called Helping Hands for Cruising. And this is a cause that we feel very strongly about. And it's basically we're trying to raise money to help people cruise that wouldn't otherwise be able to cruise. So we already have our first recipient from the last Cruise-a-thon. And I mean, you don't have to just donate during the Cruise-a-thon. Donate every week if you want to. That would be welcome. He's going to be going on the group cruise in October that we're going on. Mm-hmm. So that's exciting. All right.
Meg said she may have been up too late for the Cruise-a-thon. Or was it too early?
Exactly. So, yeah. Okay. Well, we will wait until kind of officially it's noon, which is weird because it's 11 for us because we're in Central time zone. before we kind of get into the question fun and,
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
We had some time mix up. We've had an experience trying to get this going, which is funny because like yesterday we got everything ready to go and we were like, we'll be fine. And we went to someone else's house that has better internet than his mom's, so we were told. And then they called us. We talked about it. We were like, what time do we want to get there? And we got here and everything was lagging. And we're like, what are we going to do?
I mean, you can't really predict that. And I think the problem, too, is that StreamYard has like an extra layer of stuff that it's pushing out into the internet world. So it makes it a little bit more complicated. But we're here. We made it a couple minutes early just to make sure we could make it. And here we are. So with just imagine the barcode here and the Helping Hands for Cruising logo and a little ticker that goes down here that's got the PayPal link. Meg has been kind enough to put that PayPal link in the description. Please consider donating money to Helping Hands for Cruising. It really is a cool cause and really an awesome thing.
I also want to say hi to everyone that has just joined us from Lorraine.
Yes.
What's her channel? Is
Traveling
Traveling with Special Ability.
Yes.
So welcome to all of you, and I think it's time enough for us to get started.
Okay, so Bony, thank you for joining us on not quite another episode of Fantastic Cruising, the podcast, but this is a special edition where we are doing this cruise-a-thon to help raise money for Helping Hands for Cruising. So we wanted to have a little fun with you guys. It's going to be a little bit different from our normal podcast because we are going to be interacting with the audience quite a bit in this one. So we've got some trivia questions and some fun to go through. So do we have any comments already? I see Meg is saying, until Matt moved, you looked good. You sound good. Picture's a little fuzzy, but not bad. Okay. Yes. Hopefully we'll be getting a decent picture. I can actually play. Well, let me reset this on mine so I can maybe I can monitor what's happening video-wise. Make sure my volume is down here.
Yeah, let us know if we get like real fuzzy or laggy or something. We probably can't do anything to fix it, but at least we'll know.
What we'll do is, look, we've got a piece of tin foil. We got like a pie pan with a wire connected to a pig and a chicken. And so what we'll do is we'll just try and move the pig out further. The chicken flies around, and then we get a better signal. Right now, I can't get the signal on my iPad for it. So, wonder if we're still even live.
Huh. Oh, we've got. Let's see.
Oh,
hello, everybody. Volume is lower than normal, but still good.
Okay. Well, we can talk louder. At least I can talk louder.
I can try and talk louder. I feel like I'm shouting across the room. Is this what your teacher voice is like?
This is what it's like. So, yes. Okay.
There we are.
All right. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, we're a little fuzzy.
Yeah,
but...
we're a little. Look, this is just our Midwest look right here. So, if you hear an echoing laugh, that's my mom. Mama Sandy is here. She's just not on camera right now. But yeah. So, okay. Let's try and do some of this trivia stuff.
Okay.
And see what happens. So,
Meg says hi, Mama Sandy.
Hi, Meg.
Okay, so we have, well, I'm not going to tell you how many questions we have, because that could be a question.
Sort of.
So keep track. All right, here's the first question. What year did the Titanic sink? These are not going to all be animal questions. Those of you that know us, my instinct was to just do creature things. But by the way, thank you so much to the people who let us use their house for this, because my mom's house has like almost no internet connection, and look how appropriate it is. Like we are surrounded by our kind of stuff here. So really appreciate them letting us use this space and be able to come to you here on this. We got answers going here.
Well, it's showing up on here, but not on here.
Yeah, there's like a delay there.
So we've had 3 or 4 answers come through.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like frozen there. So.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. We can see it pop up there.
Okay. We'll try and look at it from that perspective then here.
Let's just go with that.
Okay. Let me bring this up because this actually has the answers on it, and I know the answer to this one though, and
we've had some correct answers show up there.
We have said some correct answers.
Yep.
What is the correct answer, Kimbra?
The correct answer is 1912.
That's right.
And to be specific, it is April 5th, right? April 5th, 1912.
Yes. April 5th, 1912. So there you go. Over 100 years ago, the Titanic sank.
I'm going to try and pull it up on my phone to keep track.
See if you can monitor the
We'll see how it
chat.
goes.
All right, here comes the next question for you guys. This question is, which is longer, a nautical mile or a land mile? Just like a standard, what we in the United States call a mile. Which one is longer? Is it the nautical mile or is it the land mile? Put a little check mark by that there.
All right.
We got any answers coming in for that?
We've got one that it's come in. Let's see if we can get some more before we
Okay.
share the actual answer.
Let me see if I can find the actual answer. There we go. Okay.
All right. We've got a few answers in. Let's give it see if
Kevin Counts says not, but that's not the answer, Kevin Counts.
All right, we've got some answers. Let's you know what's interesting? There's a lot of people on here that has said April 15th. Did you write April 5th accidentally? Is that supposed to be April 15th?
It's possible. But the question wasn't about the day, so
Well, that's true.
it's
But
possible. I might have missed the one.
It's April 1912. Okay, so we have some answers. Everybody is saying nautical.
Nautical. You nautical mile, you. Is that the right answer?
That is the right answer.
I checked the wrong box here. Wait a minute. Where is the...
Um,
I had this so much more organized.
yeah, we were so organized there. Nope.
There we
that
go.
one.
Okay, so here's the deal. A nautical mile is 6,076 feet, and a standard land mile is 5,280 feet. So a nautical mile is
About
longer.
800 feet longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's okay. Cool.
Okay, so we've got correct answer is April 15th, not 5th. So you typed it wrong. But that's okay.
That was just to see if you knew, but you didn't. You just read it with confidence.
Because I believe everything you say.
That's a mistake. You shouldn't believe everything anybody says. You should always
Think for yourself.
well, do a little extra research.
Yeah.
So okay, so that was one of the questions. Again, we are here today for a special cause. So please, 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 if you can, send $1, send $10, send $1,912 to Helping Hands for Cruising, so we can help people go on a cruise. The link is going to be showing up in the chat. It's also in the description of this video. You can find that link and donate money to help somebody go on a cruise.
We've got so many plans to get some people on cruises in the next couple of years and beyond, but we need help to do that.
Exactly. What I saw a question pop up, I think.
Let's see. Does that mean we can travel faster in the ship than a car?
I mean, look, one of my first cars I had a digital speedometer, and you could change it from kilometers or miles. And when I put it on kilometers, it made it look like I was going really fast, I think, because they were shorter. So it was like, oh, I'm doing like 75. And I don't know what the actual conversion is, but kind of interesting. So.
And then off of what coast did it sink?
Well, it was kind of crossing from Europe to New York.
The coast of the iceberg?
Yes. Exactly. It was an iceberg coast. I don't know if there's a more specific answer. I don't know it. Not all, but most of these trivia questions I didn't just automatically know. Like I had to research them. So this is not like Matt's normal animal trivia that he pulls out of his brain. This is stuff I wanted to vary it up. I learned a lot making these trivia questions, which was a treat for me. Let me see if I can find the next one here. Okay, here it is. Because Valentine's Day is coming up, did you know that?
I did know that. Did you know that?
I did know that.
Well, that's a great.
Yeah, and because Valentine's Day is coming up, we thought we should throw in some love questions here. So here's the next question. The love goddess, Aphrodite, was said to be born of what? And if you follow the podcast and you know my favorite Renaissance artist, Botticelli, who painted a very famous painting called The Birth of Venus, and Venus is the equivalent of, I think it's the Roman equivalent of Aphrodite, and she was born of this too, and it's kind of in that painting a little bit, sort of. I don't know if it's exactly there, but anyway, what was the love goddess Aphrodite said to be born of? I don't think that was a proper sentence I just said, but
No.
you get the drift.
The drift?
Yeah.
The gist?
The gist.
It's in mode.
Look, we've been on vacation for a while now. We were in Terre Haute, Indiana, if you saw our podcast last week. And we actually, we've been on vacation for a week.
Oh, it has
Today.
been a week, yeah.
Because a week ago, we pulled into Terre Haute in a plane and got out of the plane and went, what are we doing? It's cold here. And now we're in Missouri. And it is Missouri, for those of you that are curious, not Missouri. There's no A there. But we're in Missouri, and it's still cold. Got a little warmer. Now it's cold again. So we're not super happy about that. But, it is what it is. And we still have quite a bit of days to go before we're back.
It's kind of nice. It was
Down to
kind of
tropical
fun.
Tampa.
Like, we were packing up from my mom's, and the vacation was only half over. We were like, oh, we get to go do this again. Still cold.
Yeah.
But
It's like a back-to-back cruise, but it's a back-to-back family visit. So we went on the Indiana of the Seas, and now we're on the Carnival in Missouri. So that's...
all right, we've had some answers come in.
What do we got?
None
Anybody
of them
get-
are correct.
I mean, I knew this one would be tough.
Yeah. So we have sexual love and beauty. We
Whoa.
have Zeus. And then apparently we've gone to the big bamboo questions from the kitty questions. So we went hard fast.
So what is the answer, Kimbra?
The answer is seafoam.
Seafoam. Who knew you could get a goddess from seafoam? What did that see? Like next time I'm at the sea and I got the foam, I'm going to be like, can I make this into a goddess?
I mean, where do you think I came from?
That's true. All right, here's the next question, and it is, now listen carefully to the wording of this question. Good thing that one didn't go up, because there's a typo in this question.
A big typo.
I'm going to read you the actual question, and then I'll tell you what the question would have said had we had the graphics with the internet. The question is, what is the largest bony fish? Now, listen to all those words so that you don't say the wrong thing, because the question is, what is the largest bony fish? Okay, and alive today. I should probably have said that. What I typed is, what is the largest honey fish? I don't know that there is such a thing as a honey fish, but if there is, I'd really like to see it.
So we have a question. Dan's asking if that's a sandhill crane over my shoulder. That is not a sandhill crane. That is actually a great blue heron, which is one of my favorite birds.
And you just don't like sandhill cranes? Or?
No, I like sandhill cranes. I just also really like great blue herons.
We get those out here.
Okay, all right.
All right, we've gotten some answers.
All right, what do we got?
So we have a mola mola,
Mola mola,
a whale shark,
whale shark,
ocean sunfish,
ocean sunfish.
mola mola,
Okay.
tuna,
Tuna or wanna?
whale shark,
Whale shark,
those are some of our answers.
Okay, so first of all, let's eliminate some of these. So whale shark is the biggest fish, but they don't have any bones. So you're close, but that's not what it is.
Real quick, I'm going to interrupt. Kevin Count says that they booked the whale shark excursion.
Ooh.
So we'll have to talk to him about it.
Yes, Kevin, that'll be a lot of fun. Now, we also had tuna. The thrina is bigger than the tuna. So it's not it's not the tuna. Tunas are big. Some of them are very large, but it's not the tuna. Now, the other answers were mola mola and ocean sunfish. So one of those answers is correct.
Only one of them.
Well, actually, they're both correct because it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Yes, if you're not familiar with the ocean sunfish or mola mola, imagine a giant fish half, okay, the front half, by the way, just cut off, and they get huge, like big. I didn't look up the size, but they get big, like 12, 15 feet maybe, I don't know. They're big, and they kind of drift around. They're almost plankton. They're considered nekton, which is like what you call something that would be plankton, but it has the ability to move a certain amount against the current. Then you get upgraded to nekton.
Let's see if this works.
There you go. That is not photoshopped. That is for reals. Doesn't it look like half a fish?
Yeah.
Show my mom. She's like really curious. So yeah, that's what it is. That's what we got there. Yeah. Okay. You knew there were going to be some creature questions, right? I mean, some of them were going to be creature questions, but they're not all creature questions.
All right, what's next?
Next is, this is a term that maybe you have heard if you've been cruising or on the water in a vessel of any sort, and that is...
Meg says she catches a lot of those in Animal Crossing.
What does the term leeward mean? Leeward mean. What does that mean? Leeward. So we'll let people answer that and see what they get when they find it on here.
I just want to say again, I know that we have some people that have been here from the beginning, but we've had some people pop in also. So I want to say hello and welcome.
Bonbini.
Please donate to Helping Hands for Cruising. We want to get people on cruises that wouldn't normally be able to do so. We have grand plans for the next couple years at least and beyond. But right now, we're thinking a couple years right now. And we need your help to do it. So help us out. For those of you that were not here at the beginning, we had some technical difficulties. We had like a whole awesome setup. We usually use StreamYard, so we had the QR code, and we had the questions popping up, and we had the logos here and the logos there, and now you just get us. But that's okay. Let's see. So we have away from the wind, into the wind, the protected side of the island, downwind. And then we also got a question. Are sharks fish?
Sharks are absolutely fish.
They're just not bony fish.
The problem with terms like fish is they're very common terms that are not necessarily super scientific. But yes, they would fish are divided into two main branches. Elasmobranchs. I was trying to make a joke there. They're elasmobranchs. Basically, there are cartilaginous fish and there are bony fish. Those are the two big groups of fishes. And the ones that are cartilaginous are the sharks, the rays, the skates. But there are also things like hagfish and lampreys that are also in that group as well. And there is a fish, what's it called? The big eye we had one at the aquarium. Oh my gosh, a chimera, a ratfish chimera. They're also in the cartilaginous fish group. And then all the other ones, pretty much, sawfish also in the cartilaginous group, but all the other ones for the most part, and the majority of fishes are in that bony fish group. But they are all under the bigger umbrella of fish, kind of like cats and dogs and primates, ungulates like hoofed animals are all under the umbrella of mammal.
So I have to share just because it was like perfect timing. Guess who just happened to pop in when we started talking about sharks?
Who?
Larry.
Of course, Larry. Should have let Larry answer that question. Are sharks fish?
Right? All right, let's answer
I
this.
mean, I could also make an argument that humans are fish, but that's more of an evolutionary argument. So,
All right, let's answer this question. The term leeward, what's it mean?
the term leeward, it means the side of the ship. In this case, we're talking about ships. I know somebody said island, but which would probably also be an appropriate term for that. It's the side of the ship where you feel the most sheltered from the wind. That's the leeward. That's the leeward side.
The leeward
So,
side.
see, now when you're on the cruise next time and they say something about leeward, you'll know what it means. You're like, oh, let's, you know what? We're having a really nice conversation here. Shall we take it to the leeward side so that we don't have as much, noise?
Or like if we're live on a ship, we're like, man, they're having a hard time hearing us. Maybe we should go over to the leeward side.
There you go.
Except we're not on a ship right now. But we can pretend.
All right. So this one might be a little bit easier, as it is a creature-ish question, but I don't know. I think this one's not too bad. Which is longer? That's it. No. Which is longer? A carnival fantasy class ship, i.e. the ones that are left, like the Paradise, I think the Elation's left. There's might be a couple other ones left.
Yeah.
Or a blue whale. Which is longer? A Carnival fantasy class ship or a blue whale? Which one is longer?
One of them is longer than the other one. And one of them is shorter
That is
than the other one.
that is accurate.
Yep.
That is absolutely accurate. Which one? I want to know which one is the longest one. So type in which one you think is the longer of the two.
We'll wait till we get a few more answers in here.
Yeah.
And then we'll share.
And Sunny?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to throw Sunny in that, but I couldn't think of it.
It's sunny now. It
is.
It was cloudy when we got up.
But it's still cold. Like
it's sunny and it's 19 degrees. That's Fahrenheit if we have any Aussies or Europeans in the audience or Canadians. I know we got at least one Canadian on there.
I should figure out how to open that app back up.
19 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's cold.
All right, we've got a few in here. You ready for them?
I'm ready.
We've got a blue whale, fantasy, blue whale, ship. So we're about half and half.
Okay, so about 50-50. Well, let me just tell you this. The Carnival Fantasy class ships are approximately 855 feet long. That is a little bit bigger than a blue whale. In fact, that is about 10 and a half blue whales long. So they're actually quite a bit bigger than a whale. Now, the blue whale is the largest animal that we know of that's ever lived on planet Earth, which they average around 80 feet or so. I've heard people claim they can get to 100 feet. I don't know if that's been actually proven, but, what's 20 feet if you're already 80, right?
That's true.
I don't know. So, every now and then
They
you get a
probably
human
think
that's
that about-
7+ feet.
They probably think that about us, or it's like, oh, the average human is like 5.5 feet or something. I made that up. I don't know. And then they see one that's like smaller, and then it's like, oh, what's 2 feet if you're already like 5?
Right.
I don't know.
Now, don't feel bad if you got that one wrong, because when I thought that question up in my brain, and I wasn't 100% sure which one was going to be. And then when I saw the length of the ship, I'm like, oh, I knew how long blue whales were, but for some reason I was like, well, I bet they're as big as a cruise ship. No, they're not. They're not. But they're still a very, very large animal. Very large animal. The whale shark, by the way, the largest fish, non-bony, but fish, can get probably 45 feet is about the max. They're usually going to get 30 to 40 feet on average, but I think they have definitely found some that were 45 feet.
All
so
right.
There you go. Okay.
What's the next question?
The next question is very long. Let me find it on here.
I'm going to read it.
You're going to read it?
Yeah, it's right there.
Okay. Go
All
ahead.
right. Shared with the only living cephalopod with outer shells, what is the name of Captain Nemo's submarine in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea?
Now, see, this question probably you thought when she started reading it, you're like, oh my gosh, she's using words like cephalopod. But then when you heard the end of it, I bet it got a lot easier for some of you. So
Larry says he likes our background. Thank you.
It's
We're in
nice,
some
right?
random person's house.
they're not even home. They're out of town. I don't even know if they know we're here, but
We just walked in. We're like, this one looks fine.
we were looking through the windows of all the local houses. And look, there's some nautical stuff in that one. No, they're friends of my mom's, and they were very kind in letting us come over and utilize their internet, which even though it wasn't enough for StreamYard, is way better than what my mom gets. My mom, she has a hard time getting a phone signal. Like when I call my mom, she has to go like stand by a window.
Yeah, she's like, I'm walking over to the window.
She has to like stand in a certain pose. And if she moves, I lose her. So
All right, we've got some answers.
what do we got?
Nautilus, 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 Nautilus.
I think it's the Nautilus.
I think it's the Nautilus.
I think they're right.
You know, if you say that word a lot, it starts to sound funny.
Does it? Nautilus, 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 Nautiluses. How would you say it? What's the plural of Nautilus? Is it Nautiluses or Nautilusi?
Look at all those Nautilus.
Nautilus.
I think it's like moose.
I mean,
Look at all them moose.
but if you said that's where the moose, yeah, it would just be. I
It's
don't know.
always moose. Yeah,
That's where the Nautilus live. I mean, you could do that with octopus too, but technically, I think octopuses. I don't know. Does Beetlejuice come out? Yes, but it's the one with tentacles, or arms. So it's kind of the Cthulhu version of Beetlejuice, which is terrifying.
We are Nautilus in our answers. That one was good.
That is pretty good. If you're familiar with just the submarine, which is very, very cool, and you're not familiar with the animal, I would encourage you to Google them because they're really, really interesting creatures. Have you ever seen a live chamber nautilus, like in an aquarium?
No.
We had them at the St. Louis Zoo.
Oh.
I worked with them. My bugs that I took care of were right next to the Nautilus, not K. Nautili. And
That might be a lie, Matt.
and the cuttlefish. So I would be out because I didn't see them unless I was on the outside. So I'd be cleaning the windows in the morning, checking them out, watching them. They were watching me. The little cuttlefish would use their little arms, and they would do like communication with them, like sign language. I never could interpret it, but I'm pretty sure they were saying things to me. I don't know if they were kind or not, but yeah. Okay.
All right.
You want to read the next one?
Sure.
It's another love question.
Aww. What is the significance of Valentine's Day 2005 to this Cruise-a-thon?
Yeah, so something happened on Valentine's Day 2005 that impacted this Cruise-a-thon. Believe it or not. 2005. How many years ago was that? Like 50?
No.
What is it? 2022?
Yeah, so
That's
17.
17 years ago. 17 years ago, something happened on Valentine's Day, and it impacted what we're doing right here, which is, what are we doing? We are trying to raise money for Helping Hands for cruising, and if you can help, anything would be very much appreciated, so we can help get people out cruising that would not normally have that opportunity. Yeah.
Cool. We have Visas Travel. I will be in Tampa the weekend, the 24th to the 27th, so may check out the aquarium.
Well, if you do, let us know, because we'll probably be working if it's during the week, and we love to come out and say hi to people if they are visiting the Tampa area. So always let us know. If anybody's traveling to the Tampa area, give us a shout, shoot us a message or something like that. And if we can, then we'd love to come out and say, hey.
Yeah, and then Donovan said the octopus and cuttlefish are my favorite aquatic animals.
I mean,
They're awesome.
They are really
I
cool.
mean, last week our cruise creature was the octopus.
It was the
The common octopus.
The common octopus.
It's so common.
Octopus vulgaris. That sounds much better than common octopus.
All right.
Like one's common, the other one sounds like you're like up to something kind of iffy.
Nobody knows
Vulgaris?
the significance of
No?
Valentine's Day 2005.
Oh.
The only response that we've gotten on that one is Meg, who says, I'm stumped.
So, here's the thing. The significance of Valentine's Day 2005 is that is the day that YouTube launched. Who knew? I guess a lot of people in 2005 on Valentine's Day knew. But, yeah, who knew? So there you go. 2005, YouTube started on February 14th as a small little thing. I think the idea was, people would like to share like family videos with each other. I'm pretty sure that was the original like business model of YouTube. People would like to share family videos with each other.
So Larry said, do we go to your boss and say, can Matt and Kimber come out and play?
No, don't do that.
We got another one that says, your wedding? No.
Who said that? I'm just kidding.
Let's see. What else do we have? All right, what's the next question?
All right, the next question is, what was the name of the ship in the Love Boat? So the Love Boat was not the name of the ship. It was the name of the show. The cruise ship in the Love Boat had a name. Okay, it had a name that was associated with it was an actual working cruise ship. So it had a name, just like cruise ships all have names. And I want to know what it was. And somebody is already answering real fast.
Some people know.
Some people know?
Some people know. We've got some people in here who have relatives that are either studying or want to study marine biology. So that's cool.
Oh, cool. Cool. Okay. Well, I don't know what I was going to say, but that's awesome.
That is awesome. Marine life is cool.
All right, let me find that question there. Okay. All right.
All right. Well, we've got the Pacific Princess, Princess Love.
Princess Love. Do you want to sing the Love Boat?
The Love Boat. I've never seen the Love Boat, so
Is that the only line?
That's all I know.
Soon she'll be making another run. We were gonna play our Amore video. If you've not seen it, it's on this YouTube channel where Kimber and I sang to the tune of "That's Amore." And if you just heard that, then it'll let you know whether or not you really should. But all the lyrics are about moray eels, and they're scientifically accurate. They're not just because there's versions of that song about moray eels that are not. They're just we tried to actually teach people stuff because moray eels are cool.
They are
Pharyngeal
cool.
jaws. I mean, come on. Can't get
All right,
over
let's
that.
answer that question.
What's the answer to the question?
The Pacific
Just
Princess.
answer the question, Claire. The Pacific Princess.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because Princess is the cruise line from which it sailed, and it was called the Pacific Princess. Specifically, the Pacific.
Did it sail in the Pacific?
It did. Yeah. Yep. The show, typically, I think most of the episodes, they were doing that run down to like Cabo and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure. I've seen the Love Boat. I actually have some of them on DVD, but they're kind of old.
Is it
They're
on
hard to
any
watch.
of the
they're-
streaming things?
I think so. I think they are.
We should add that to
I
our
feel like
list
it's
of
on like.
things.
I feel like it is. I feel like I've seen it.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was almost all Pacific stuff. I think they might have done some special ones where they did other like itineraries and whatnot.
All right, what's the next question?
All right, the next one is a geography question because we all know how much people love geography. So, which trip is longer? Okay, now I'm going to give you the general, and then I'll be a little more specific to help some of you out that might be very particular here. Which trip is longer? From southern Chile, South America, to Alaska, okay, and I'll give you more specific locations in a minute, or from Tampa, United States, to Melbourne, Australia, okay, in Victoria. So let me get the more specifics here, just in case anybody wants to be real like, well, what part of Alaska? Okay, so here it is. Punta Arenas, Chile, to Anchorage, Alaska. Okay, is that longer? Or from Tampa, Florida, to Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. Now, that one will go through the Panama Canal. So that's another thing. If you're like, well, is it through the Panama Canal or not through the Panama? Yes, it's through the Panama Canal. Which one is longer? Which one would take longer? Which one is longer? It's the same. I figured out what it would be if you were traveling at 20 knots, which, by the way, is the average speed of a cruise ship, is 20 knots.
So if you cruise on any Princess cruise, they have the Love Boat available on their TVs.
Yes.
Did you know that?
I did know that, yes. Pretty cool, right?
Thank you, Todd. He said he left for a second to send a donation. That's very much appreciated. We want to get people cruising.
We're not flying. We're going on a ship, Kevin.
All right.
Anybody have any guesses?
Yes, sorry, I was totally spaced out. We've got some answers. We have Tampa to Melbourne, Alaska, Tampa to Australia, Tampa, Alaska. So we're about half and half.
Okay, about 50-50 again. Should we give them the answer?
No, let's just go on to the next one.
Just go to Google and figure it out, all right? We're not even going to tell you what the answer is. No.
Yes, let's give them the answer.
Okay. So the longer of the two would be from Tampa to Melbourne. And basically, the Chile to Alaska one is about 8,022 nautical miles. It would take you 16 days and 17 hours traveling at 20 knots. If you went from Tampa to Victoria, Australia, it's 9,167 nautical miles, and it would take you about 19 days and 2 hours at 20 knots. So that's more sea days. That's how I see that.
Yeah. Cool. I think we should do that cruise. Does that cruise exist?
No,
Oh.
I don't think that cruise.
You just randomly...
I just thought it would be fun to come up with two destinations that were north and south and east and west. One going more horizontal, one going more vertical, if you look at the world that way, and see which one was longer. Because if you just did two horizontal, I thought that would be easier to figure out.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be, a little tricksy. So
All right.
there you go. Okay.
Next,
Jacques Cousteau's famous research ship was inspired by this Greek goddess. And by inspired, we mean named after this Greek goddess. What is it?
What is it? You should have worn your hat.
I know, I've got it with me because it's very appropriate right now, but I went with the one with all the cool pins. I got this one. I think I showed you guys last week. Check it out, Lovey's Fat Life. He's on a cruise line right now with our friends Charlie and Bev.
Yeah.
Who was texting me saying, "Can you call me?" So we'll call him after this is over.
Donovan said if the earth was flat, you could have said side to side and up and down.
Yes, Donovan. If.
Larry said Matt Cousteau.
No, that's not the name of the goddess.
No, you're Matt Cousteau. Oh. No, he's not.
All around, the oceans are teeming with life.
All right, we've got a couple answers.
What do we got?
We have Calypso.
Couple means two, Kimbra, not three.
Well, when I said that, there were three.
Calypso.
Do you hear what?
Yes, I heard you.
It is really cold.
That is cold. Stop that. Yes, Calypso, the goddess of the sea, of the ocean, is what inspired the name of the research vessel, the Calypso. The little green flag with the little nymph swimming on it, that is Calypso.
Let's see what we have here. Kevin says, I have seen Holland America offer cruises from California to Australia about 35 days.
Yeah, I know there are cruises that go from the States to Australia, but I don't think they go from. I don't think there's ever been one. Well, who knows? I don't know of any that have gone from Tampa,
That'd be really
to
convenient,
Melbourne.
though,
right?
since we're
yeah.
in Tampa.
I know.
John
Also really
Denver sang a
expensive.
song about
Yes,
Calypso.
that's what I was singing.
Oh.
Hi, Calypso, I sing to your spirits.
Oh, I've heard that song.
Yeah, I don't know all the words, but yes, it's a pretty song.
All right. Next question.
The problem is
Oh, not next question.
there's a Tom Smith did a parody of
maybe
that.
That's what
You've heard both. You've
I've heard both.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is a Callisto, which is no. Yes, I think so. Yes, which is about Xena, warrior princess. There was apparently a character
Oh,
named Callisto.
okay.
So I don't know. I didn't watch Xena, warrior princess, so I don't know. But my stepdad Joe did, so he probably knows who Callisto is, right? He was a Xena fan. I didn't know. I never got into Xena. Hercules, Xena. I never did. I was too busy with Star Trek at that point. I think I was
Oh, yeah.
Star Trekking.
You could do Panama Canal to Los Angeles and then continue to Australia.
That's true.
So we could
make our own.
We could make that
cruise.
happen.
Right. It's just not going to go straight on its own.
Right.
But,
Which is fine.
you got to get on another ship.
There's
what's
port
it gonna
stops anyways.
do? Yes. That's
So-
why it would take so long
Right.
to do that.
All right.
All right.
What does the nautical term apparent wind mean? I feel very Jeopardy when I say these questions. What does
The nautical term apparent wind.
mean?
What is, I will tell you that apparent wind is not like a mommy or daddy wind. If you were thinking that. That's the wrong answer. Don't go that direction, okay? That's
Oh,
not
that's
it.
what everyone just said.
Did they?
No, nobody said that.
That would have been funny. That would have been pretty good.
Oh, you can see it.
Relative velocity. Who said that? I think it's
Donovan.
Donovan, nice. Nice, Donovan. So, and since we're talking about apparent things, it's apparent that it's a great thing to do to give a little money to Helping Hands for Cruising and help us get some people onto the seas that would not have normally been able to do that. Look for the PayPal link in the chat if anybody's in there that can throw that up there, since we've lost all of our graphic potential today, or it should be in the show notes of this video, or if you watch this Cruise-a-thon, which is started yesterday at 6 p.m. Eastern and is going until 6 p.m. tomorrow, you will have plenty of opportunity to find that PayPal link. Please give something that if you can and help us send some people out on the seas to experience cruising, as many of us that are on this channel know and love so well.
We should have timed it to like say something every 5 minutes. I'm just kidding. We've got a few answers.
Okay.
We have the breeze you feel when sailing,
Okay.
an African wind or a European wind.
Are you talking about the average carrying capacity of was it a swallow? There's a Monty Python joke there, I
Okay.
think.
The wind felt by a moving object.
Okay.
That's what we've got so far.
I think these answers are in the right direction.
Yeah.
Because, but this question wasn't a breeze. But let me read you the definition that I found, which is I think I actually just pretty much stole this sentence. So, the direction and speed of the wind felt on the ship. It is a combination of true wind and the headwind caused by the forward momentum of the vessel. So you're moving on the ship, the wind's blowing a certain way. If the wind's going this way and you're going this way, it's going to be like stronger than the wind actually is. It's going to feel stronger. But if the wind's going this way and you're going this way, then it'll counteract that. One time
I feel like you were trying to do some sort of puppet animal, like animal shadows or something.
And So what basically happens? No, I was on the bow end of a ship one time doing a video, and we were moving at a fairly decent speed, probably about 20 knots, and there was no wind. Like, you could drop a piece of paper, it would have fallen straight to the deck. And I'm assuming that's because the apparent wind was probably like 0, because we were traveling at the right speed with the wind in the right direction. And so it was just nothing. It was kind of eerie. It was almost like surreal. Like, are we really moving? Is this like a simulation? I thought I was in the holodeck or something like that. But no, that's just physics. So cool, right?
All right. Me? You?
Sure, go for it.
How about you ask this one? No, I'm just kidding. What is left off of most cruise ships due to superstition?
Ooh, superstition. Boom, 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 boom.
We're going to get copyright now.
Yeah, yes, my singing will get us copyrighted. Yeah. Hey, look, you've if you know this channel, you've heard us, and mostly me, kind of bash Virgin Cruise Line. But this is one thing they didn't do, and I appreciate that, because I'm not a big fan of superstitions. Like, I if you just do it for fun, that's one thing. But if you really take it seriously, I think you need more logic in your life. But this is something they didn't do, so I appreciated that.
Are you ready for some answers?
I'm ready.
So we have 13th deck, deck 13, 13th floor, deck 13, 13 deck, deck 13. I think they did that purposely. Every other one was 13 then deck, and then deck then 13.
But they are absolutely correct. The 13th deck is often skipped. Now, here's my thing, okay? Even if you are superstitious, mislabeling the floor, does that really change that?
Donovan said the 14th deck is still the 13th.
Exactly. So, but
I mean,
I guess you're not operating on 100% logic in the first place. So
I mean, when you count,
just take it a little further.
You're going to hit 13.
You are.
Unless you've forgotten how to count. Okay.
You've never seen Sesame Street. She didn't watch Sesame Street.
I was a Barney kid. I'm sorry.
Let's just move on from that.
All right. What is the keel of the ship?
What's the keel of the banana?
Kevin said Vegas also skips the 4th floor due to Asian superstition.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. I did not know that either. Okay. 4, 13. Huh. You know, there's probably superstitions in other cultures too that cover other numbers. So at some point you just got to be like, Why did Meg say Matt?
Huh?
Meg just
She's
said,
laughing at something you said.
Oh.
Larry said, no Sesame Street, no way. How old are you, Kimbra? Much younger than Matt. But I grew up on
Sesame
Barney.
Street is still around, so it's not like it wasn't there.
So here's the thing.
You grew up in the Elmo years.
What I've discovered is people were either Sesame Street kids or Barney kids when I was a kid.
Which one would you want to hang out with?
Well,
I love you, you love me, but you can't count because you never knew the count Muppet.
Well, you know what? I grew up on Barney, so I'm sorry.
You grew up on Barney?
Matthew?
That was uncomfortable for Barney, I bet.
He was very soft and fluffy.
Yeah, for you.
What, you think I'm not soft and fluffy?
No, you had little kids jump. You've heard our neighbors upstairs.
That's true. All right, let's see. We have bottom to soft white underbelly of the ship.
Somebody say that?
Yeah. Bottom of the hull to be exact. All right.
Yes, it is basically that center bottom piece of the ship. So that's the keel. It's the part of the ship that's going to scrape stuff, assuming that it scrapes something from the lowest point of the ship.
From the belly.
From the belly. The white underbelly. It's not always white. It could be blue. It could be red, whatever color you want it to be. But yeah, it's that little bit in the middle.
See,
Cool.
forget Sesame Street. Do you remember the electric company?
I do.
No.
Yeah, that one I wouldn't have expected.
All right,
you
we
to
have
know.
another. Have you ever seen the movie Hello Down There?
No, I've never even heard of that.
Nope. Okay, let's see. Did I miss? I probably missed something. These chats happen so fast.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard on the phone to keep up with them.
Yeah, especially while I'm also trying to like look at the camera so I'm not looking down the whole time.
Oh, wait.
We've answered. That's
Was
all of them.
was that all of them?
That's it.
Okay, the final question. How many questions did we ask? Official trivia questions did we ask? This would have been like more interesting if we had been able to do the graphics because I had numbers on them. So, but I couldn't do that. So,
Let's see. We have to watch Hello Down There.
we will look into it.
Yes. Soft White Underbelly is the pseudonym that Blue Oyster Cult uses to play club gigs.
Interesting. Okay. What are our answers we're getting here?
I remember Electric Company and Zoom.
Zoom. I remember Zoom. Yeah.
What are our answers? What do you mean?
The people are answering.
We already did that.
No, I just asked how many questions we asked.
Oh. 15, 13, 12, 13.
They're taking a guess because
Because of the
different
question.
questions.
Yeah.
And you're right to take a guess because there was a specific question that was targeted for a reason, but it's not the reason that you are.
It would have worked
guessing.
better if we would have been able to have the overlays on the screen.
This is true. So, how many questions did we ask, Kimber? Do you know?
We asked 14 questions.
We did because Valentine's Day. So we thought it'd be lovely to ask 14 questions. But they were numbered. We did skip the number 13 on the question just because I thought it'd be funny.
Which you didn't see because
Yeah.
stuff. But that's okay.
Just like you didn't see the honey instead of Bony.
That's really funny.
Those fish are sweet. I don't know.
A little drippy.
A little, ew.
I know, that's really gross.
All right, so we are going to do a cruise creature for you. But right before we do that, we just want to remind you again, please, if you can, help us out, help support Helping Hands for Cruising, and let's get some people out on the high seas that wouldn't otherwise have that opportunity. PayPal description showing up in the chat, showing up in the show notes, showing up in this Cruise-a-thon, which started yesterday at 6 p.m. Eastern and is going until 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. And this is where we would have played the Helping Hands for Cruising, Cruising, Helping Hands for Cruising, Cruising. See, you didn't know. Like Fat Matt did that song, right? I'm not him.
But you did the logo.
I did the logo, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do the cruise creature.
Okay.
Go.
Do 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 do.
We had to do the dolphin.
We don't have a dolphin in
Yeah,
it.
there's dolphin sound in it.
No, there's not.
There is a dolphin sound in it. I think.
No, there's not.
No?
No, it's do 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 do.
I thought there was a dolphin sound in it.
You don't even know your own sound. We play it every week.
I thought there was is there not a dolphin sound in it? Somebody tell us. If I'm right, tell us. If I'm not right, just ignore that.
Meg said thanks, Kimbra. You're welcome, Meg. I'll do that on our podcast too, where it's silent.
All right, so our cruise creature for this... What?
Cruising on the High Seas says, yes, there is. Well, I don't think we put a dolphin sound in it. When?
It's there. I'm telling you, it's there.
I don't think so.
It's there.
Okay.
We'll play it after this is over. I'll play it for her, and she'll be like, oh, yeah.
Okay. The cruise creature is the osprey, which is a really cool bird that I was supposed to research so I could tell you all about. I can't tell you that much about it because I didn't research, but I can tell you some. So, why are you laughing at me?
No reason.
Because you don't tell people when you don't research, you just wing it.
No.
Wing it.
Yeah.
When is this week's podcast live stream? This is it. This is what we are doing for the podcast.
We're lucky we could do this.
Yeah, so the osprey is a really cool bird it's a raptor, right?
It is
It's
a raptor. Yeah.
It's kind of derpy looking, like it's got some real big eyes.
If
It's
I
like
can get a
white and
picture to
brown.
come up, I will show you. But
They are piscivores.
ooh, tell people what that means because they'll think you're just cussing or something.
So piscivores eat primarily fish. So 99% of their diet is fish.
Think Pisces, piscivore. Pisces is a
Pescatarian.
fish eater. Pescatarian's not. That's not an accurate term. Well, no, that is an accurate term. Vegetarians that eat fish and say they're vegetarians, that's wrong.
Right, they're
You're a
pescatarians.
pescatarian.
Yeah.
But the difference between a vegetarian and like an herbivore, for example, is that vegetarianism is a choice. Herbivore is a natural diet for a species. So humans are omnivores. You can choose to be a carnivore or a herbivore, but then we'll call you something different.
What was that thing that I saw the other day that was really cool about ospreys that I said? Do you remember? There was something.
They're cosmopolitan.
Yes, they
Is
are.
that what it was?
I don't think that's what it was,
Oh.
but that's true. They are. They're cosmopolitan. Oh, here we go. They're the second most widely distributed raptor species, and it's one of only six land birds with a cosmopolitan distribution, which means that it's basically found worldwide where it's appropriate for it to be. So you can find it in every continent except Antarctica because it's not appropriate for it to be there. It would die.
I'm glad you specified that. It's inappropriate for you to be here, osprey. What's wrong with you? Here's a picture of a derpy osprey that I took at a local park. Just so you can see the derp. The level of derp is strong with this one.
Let's see. So they can eat fish.
I'm glad you're prepared for this.
You know what? I was going to prepare
Be
after we got this all
prepared.
set up, but then we had a lot of technical problems, so I ran out of time to do so. So I didn't. But
I will say this. If you are in Florida going on a cruise, there is a good opportunity for you to see osprey because no matter which port you sail out of in Florida, maybe Jacksonville might be the trickiest one, but you can see osprey just about anywhere in Florida, especially if you're near the coast or near big lakes, which is, if you're in Florida, you're probably near a big lake. We see them all the time, like driving to work. I mean, we're driving to work. They're not driving to work. But they like hang out up on the poles and stuff, and they're really pretty birds. And a lot of times if you see them, they'll have food with them, like McDonald's, Taco Bell.
they like the fish sandwich.
Oh, yes. No, they'll have fish with them. They'll fly with it. They'll get up on the pole and they'll...
Yeah, I had a really cool picture of one that was like up on a tree branch, like destroying its fish, but I couldn't find it, which was disappointing. So the wingspan of this bird is like 50 to 71 inches. Like that's the average.
So they're like, I would say they're smaller than a bald eagle, but they are maybe a large hawk size.
Yeah. Did you know that besides owls, they're the only raptor whose outer toe is reversible?
I did not know that.
Yeah. So all of the other
Ah.
raptors don't have that, but
That's
the osprey
cool.
and owls do.
Okay. So they can
They can do funky things with
move their digits.
Yeah.
Donovan has posted, current total collected for this event is $1,514.20. That is awesome. Let's keep it up.
My mom's on there.
Oh,
Hello.
hey, Tammy. and see if we can get some more people to donate some money.
You came on just in time for me to sound like an idiot trying to talk about an osprey.
It was osprey. I mean, awesome.
Thanks. Such a cool bird. They have really, really big nests. So if you ever see like up on a pole, like if you're in Florida, like a huge nest just like in the middle of the street on top of a pole. I mean, not really in the middle of the street. But if there's, a pole and there's a big nest, it's probably an osprey nest.
Probably, yes.
Or like if you're out on a boat and they've got like those big pole things randomly around.
Their nests weigh hundreds of pounds.
Like
and
huge. And
they cause property damage in some
they
cases.
use them year after year, right?
They will. They will
Yeah.
use them over and over again. Yep.
Make them out of twigs, it says.
They build them out of sticks and twigs and stuff. Yes, they're pretty impressive. Well, listen, we have 2 minutes left, and then after us, that's why I was just checking to see who is on after us, and it is the cruise junkie, which is Tyler. So go check him out after we are done in just a couple minutes here. But we do want to say thank you so much for tuning in today. We apologize that we didn't have all the graphics, but hopefully we still had fun, and you guys got a lot out of it. We really do appreciate you guys tuning in to us and watching, and we really appreciate you guys helping out, helping hands for cruising.
Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Making your dreams a reality.
All right, everybody, we're going to go ahead and sign off if I can figure out how to do it. And again, go check out Tyler, and we'll catch you next time.